About a year ago, I made this EDC toolkit. With this kit, I can fix just about anything. When I'm on a job, I'm an IT guy at a college, I can have this in my van, and wherever I am, I can usually fix whatever problem I come across on the spot, whether it's working on a professional audio system, simple things like fixing my office chair, repairing a laptop, aiming lights, replacing a projector, assembling a TV stand to put in the classroom. This toolkit has been invaluable over the past year. Let's go to the tabletop and take a closer look at what's inside version 2 of my toolkit. During the past year, I've made a lot of revisions and tweaks to this kit, and today I'm going to show you version 2. Let's get into it. First, this pack is a Maxpedition Beefy. I'll put links in the description below to the pack and most of the items in the kit. Some of this stuff you can't get anymore, so I won't have links to it. Some stuff hasn't been made in years. Now the biggest change is right over here. Since I do a lot of electrical work, I was able to add in this electrical tester. This is a non-contact voltage tester, plus it has a lead that you can plug in the end, and you can take the tips off, and it's a regular voltage meter, ohm meter, continuity. So this thing has been just a great addition to the kit. Now, what used to be here was a second set of sockets. I had metric sockets on the Tool Check Plus, and I had a second bar of imperial sockets here. I watched a video by Todd Parker where he condensed the sockets down to just the ones that are necessary. This combination of metric sockets fit most imperial nuts and bolts. The video is by Todd Parker. I'll link it in the description. It's an excellent video on how to condense your socket set down into the bare minimum that you need to still be able to take care of almost any fastener. First, let's look at the Tool Check Plus. You can see my custom socket selection. It's a 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 millimeter sockets. In here, I also have my own custom selection of bits. I took out the duplicates that were in here. I have both metric and imperial Allen, Robinson, Phillips, a 1/4 inch adapter, Torx, and some straight slots. This kit also has a nice little screwdriver handle. It has a small ratchet and an extension. This is just a great little kit. Now, when I originally got these, probably somewhere around 2015 or so, this kit was $35. Most of the time, this kit has now been on Amazon for $70 and up. I would advise you to go to Harbor Freight and buy a socket set and some 1/4 inch bits and make your own. This is a little bit overpriced now, but if you can find it cheap like I did, this is excellent. I've also eliminated some of the redundancy in the screwdriver handles. This is a Festool, which I had. It uses the Centrotech system. Here's a Phillips bit, and when you put this in and lock it, this is like no other 1/4 inch screwdriver. This thing is like one piece. This Centrotech system is the way to go. Now, Festool doesn't actually make these. I do have some Festool power tools, so I had their screwdriver handle. I think it might be Wera that makes them, but there is another handle, the OEM for Festool. You can buy these on Amazon with the Centrotech chuck. I highly recommend these. I'll put a link down in the description. It's really nice to have a full-size screwdriver that you can get a grip and you can get a lot of torque on the fastener. This has been excellent. To go along with that screwdriver, I also have an extension which can be used with all these 1/4 inch bits. Now I have a little box of some miscellaneous sockets and things like that. There's a short extension. Now these, being an IT guy and working with electric, I have 1/4 inch and 5/16 magnetic nut drivers. The reason for these is I have to get in electrical panels and just a lot of different service panels, so I really need those. I also have a few other sockets because being in electronics, I do have a need for some smaller sizes than what I have in this kit. This goes down to 7mm. So I have the 6mm and the 5.5mm that originally were in here. I keep those with me. Also 1/4 inch, which is just a very useful size, and 9mm. I also have 2 short drill bits. These come in very handy for either making a starter hole or reaming out a hole. You can use them with the screwdriver handle. And last in this little box is a SIM card tool. Now in this box, this is a little box I 3D printed, and I put magnetic tape in here. In here I have an assortment of 4mm bits and a 1/4 inch to 4mm adapter. There's Torx, some straight slot, some small Phillips. These are for taking laptops and different electronics apart. Also, I'll have 2 T10s in here for working on knives. Milwaukee razor knife. I also keep a pry bar in here. This is an Estwing. This tape on here is just to keep this point from rubbing on the pack and fraying the fabric. Now, if you're going to carry a pry bar in your pack, you may as well carry something like this. This is a real pry bar. It doubles as a hammer, nail puller, prying things apart. You can gain entry to areas if you have to. Most kits use these small, flat pry bars, and to me they're useless because if you put any pressure on it, they just bend. So if you're going to carry a pry bar, carry something useful. It's a pair of Klein shears, very high quality, and as you can see, there are ridges here. That's for getting inside of a hole and reaming it out. You can deburr the outside edges of a piece of tin with that. It's a Stanley 1/4 inch ratchet. Now the ratchet that's on the Tool Check Plus is a small precision ratchet. It works with all the 1/4 inch bits, and then you can also put this in here so it'll work with the 1/4 inch sockets. But if you have to put a lot of torque on the fastener, this is the ratchet to use. You know, you don't want to use a fine precision tool to do heavy work. So this one, if I break it, I'll just get another one. These are cheap. I mean, you can go to Harbor Freight and get a small 1/4 inch ratchet. But it's really nice to have something that's heavier duty than the precision one in the Tool Check Plus. Needle nose vice grips. This just happens to be a tool that was made by Schrade and Vice Grip. You have a knife, saw blade, and a couple screwdrivers in here. But the main reason this tool is in here is you have locking pliers, and this is a third hand. This holds things together while you work on it. Knipex pliers. These are adjustable with the push of a button. These are a very high quality tool. Sharp teeth, they don't slip on fasteners. Great pliers. And to go with it, the Knipex pliers wrench. These are far better than an adjustable wrench. These jaws move parallel, and when you squeeze a fastener, they hold pressure on it. Adjustable wrenches tend to be loose and they slip, but with pressure held on those sides, you can get even stubborn nuts and bolts loose with these things with no danger of stripping. Yes, these two tools are expensive, but they are worth it. Pencil. Small pair of cutters, again for working with electronics. And because I do electrical work and I have this tester in here, I put a pair of wire strippers in here. Not only do these strip, they'll cut wire, and you have needle nose pliers for working with wire. Let's look in the back compartment. First, I have a little pack of hardware that I put together. In here you have some sheetrock anchors, a few different sizes of screws, and some wire nuts. A lot of times this will get you out of a pinch. Disposable earplugs. A couple small pieces of leather. These are to wrap around something if I need to use the pliers on it for an item that I don't want to mar. Disposable gloves. A small first aid kit. Zip ties and Velcro wire wraps. These are very handy. In IT, cable management is very important. Now in the front pocket, I keep a tube of super glue, a lighter and some hot glue stick, electrical tape, Gorilla tape, and a tape measure. On the back, I have a small i3T EOS by Olight. This is just a backup flashlight. I always carry a flashlight on my person, so I don't really need this. This is if I'm working with somebody and they need a light, or if just for some reason I need a charge. Here's everything laid out so you can see the complete contents of the kit. It's a very good selection of tools, and with it I have been able to do just about anything. This has gotten me out of so many jams, prevented me from having to go make runs for other tools. It's just been a really great kit to have handy all the time. I hope you see some things in here that'll help you put together your own kit. It is a very handy thing to have, and again, links to all the pertinent stuff will be below in the description. That's going to be it for this one. We'll see you next time.